Welcome to a beautiful rainy day up here in the mountains. God, it's just gorgeous out. It is now just about 8:40, so I'm gonna set my bezel because I'm beginning my hike now. So to mark my hiking time, we're running a bit behind schedule. Got a busy day today. There's about 10, 11 miles of rugged terrain hiking that we gotta do to go photograph some of these lakes, as well as I need to get a photograph of me swimming in one of these lakes to fulfill a sponsorship requirement. And all this needs to be done in limited time because I need to be back here by 5 o'clock because there's a formal event that I have to attend tonight. From rugged hiking to swimming in alpine lakes to keeping time for my camera exposures, all the way up to formal events. We're gonna see how well my Rolex Submariner Date handles all these different environments.
Before we get back to the video, I just want to apologize for the poor quality of sound on this upcoming video. During this trip, I was dealing with thunder strikes, pouring rain, and a temperature swing of over 50 degrees. And during that time, my lavaliers went down. I didn't notice the sound went to on-camera sound until I was editing. So I do apologize for the poor quality of sound on this video. For those eagle-eyed viewers out there, you probably noticed I switched out the metal band for a canvas rubber strap, and that's just because it's so much more comfortable on days like today where it's raining, it's gonna get hot, we're hiking 10 miles, it's gonna be sweaty. The band, the rubber, it's just a little bit more comfortable than a metal bracelet. And the great thing about the Rolex Submariner, it's such a handsome, good-looking watch. It looks good on almost any band or bracelet. So sorry about the audio and just kind of this rush job here. There was a lightning strike. I mean, I heard the sound, or excuse me, I saw the strike and then the sound came right after it. So it's time to find a big piece of sheet metal and find the tallest tree I can. No, but we're gonna move a little bit here just to kind of get away. You don't want to be really near a lake or a bunch of tall trees during lightning strikes. So let's get moving here. So in situations like this, I'm not too worried about my life. It's nearly impossible to get struck by lightning, as I say that. Another big strike goes by. Not really worried about my watch because Rolex is really good with magnetism. But I am really worried about my camera gear in a situation like this. Even a strike, a couple hundred meters away, you'd feel it. I mean, it'd be a push on your chest. It wouldn't hurt you personally, but it could totally scramble, like my phone here. Excuse me, I've been running a little bit. But more importantly, my camera gear. Also too, on that note, electronics like G-Shocks. Again, this is, it's starting to rain. And again, I don't mean to harp on G-Shocks, but like camera gear and phones, a lightning strike within a couple hundred yards could short out, and then with a battery could short it out and just ruin it. Mechanical watches, I mean, it's kind of least of my worries right now, but don't have to worry about it. Okay, that was kind of fun and games for a while, but that last strike was less than 2 kilometers from me, and you count by when you see the light, 1,000, 2, 1,000, or you can time it on your watch, and every 1,000, 2, 1,000, when you hear the sound, is how far lightning is away. And this last one, the strike, it pretty much was almost on top of the sound. So, excuse me. Yeah, this could be a little interesting, actually. Want to breathe some new life into your home or office? Why not do it with some fine art nature photography? Through my exclusive fine art photography, I celebrate the beauty and grandeur of nature, but also the solitude and peace that I feel when I'm outdoors. Limited to only 18 prints per image, I use the best possible cameras when capturing that perfect moment in time, allowing for amazing image quality on any scale. Industry-leading printers with top quality materials to create these nature scenes as if you were there witnessing them for yourself. Check out my website for more information on these award-winning photographs. We are currently offering a discount to you, our YouTube viewers. 20% off your first order. Use code YouTube20 at checkout to take advantage of this. Cheers.
So just like that, the weather clears, thunder's gone away, and the sun's actually trying to peek out. God, I love the weather in the mountains. So while I was sitting in a meadow, trying not to get struck by lightning, I was thinking, how can I really explain why I love mechanical watches, why I use a mechanical watch out in the wilderness? Because every time I put one of these videos on about a Rolex watch and how I use it for my job, at least half the comments are all, if you're not a true professional unless you're using a G-Shock. So I thought, this is why I use mechanical watches. For me, and I hate the saying, but it's so true, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey with me. And I like the old school way of doing things. That's why I use a technical camera. Given it has a digital back, but that's just business smart, the quality's so much better. But anyway, it's about the journey for me. And that's why I have a GPS system, but I don't like using it. I'm a guy who likes to use a map and a compass. Because it's not exact. GPS is exact. Compass map, you get a little lost on the way and you find some incredible, incredible things. But that's kind of more into going mechanical watch. Every time I look at my G-Shock or a digital printout, it takes me right back to the city. It takes me away from nature. But looking at a watch that the technology in it is centuries old, it just kind of keeps me in nature. And again, back to my technical camera, I have to set the f-stop, the shutter, every time I have to re-click it. It just really slows me down. A digital watch, how it automatically sets, connects to your phone, it does this stuff automatically. I don't want the stuff done automatically. I want to take a time, slow down, and think about what I need to do. It truly helps my photography. It's like I slow down and look at everything and think what can be done to make this, and so I can create this art of the way I'm feeling in nature and portray it to you, the viewer. It's the Rolex name too, also, the history, the heritage. This is an extremely tough watch, durable watch, and accurate watch. It does everything I need to do. Digital watches fall short for me. New technology, I hate new technology. Again, I hate all this automatic stuff. I want to think for myself. I want to do stuff for myself. I don't want a digital clock looking at me and then with a reminder going off because it's connected to my phone that I have a new voicemail. It just takes me out of the element. Using your hands, really having to concentrate and not just letting a computer figure out what the scene or what you should know. And that's what the Rolex, the Submariner, the Rolex Explorer 2, the precision that goes into these watches, it's really second to none. And that's full automatic, mechanical. It puts a smile on my face every time I look at it. It's an amazing, amazing timepiece. And it's a perfect timepiece for me.
As heavy rain returns, you can kind of start to see this video wasn't going to plan. And it's become to be a little over dramatic, more of a survival video than a watch video. My Rolex Submariner Date held up beautifully. It had a few scratches to it, but had no issues with the huge temperature changes, wind, swimming, and just rain, which I can't say that for all my equipment. During this one-day hike, I lost my lavaliers and a video camera, either due to the rain or the close proximity of lightning strikes. As I mentioned, my Rolex Submariner Date did take on a few scratches as I was being a little careless in my rush when I was climbing and hiking. I did ding it up a little bit, but it held true. Even with the new dings and bumps, it didn't lose any accuracy. This adventure has truly showed me that I can fully put all my trust and depend on my Rolex Submariner. Throughout the air quotes chaos I was going through, I didn't have to worry once, and I wouldn't even thought about my watch unless I was doing this video. It can handle all these types of environments and situations, no problem, which in my mind makes it a great tool watch as well as I'm still going to go to a formal event with it tonight. Not to say other watches couldn't, but I do believe there are very few watches out there that could withstand this type of punishment, rough and tumble daily use, and still be elegant enough to be worn at a formal event.
Now, I already know what you're saying in the comments. You can do this with any watch. You can do this with any sports watch. And theoretically, yeah, you can. But it's not the same. And I'm going to take a partial quote from the great Jeremy Clarkson. You're not a true petrol head until you've owned an Alfa Romeo. And I'm going to kind of bring that over to a Rolex watch. I'm not saying you need a Rolex watch to be a true watch collector. Not quite, but I'm going to kind of slide along what Jeremy said. Yeah, you can go buy a new Mercedes right now that would kill most Alfa Romeos in a race or handling, whatever you want your car to do. But it's just that soul. But I want to relate that to the Rolex watch. Yeah, they might not be the best. Yeah, maybe a G-Shock, like a lot of you mentioned in my comment section, might be more suitable for this. Rolex, I feel it has a little bit more soul. It's still a private company. It's an amazing, amazing company. No one can dispute that. The sense of history, the sense of pride that went into this watch. And I could be, if you disagree with me, disagree with me. But it's just, again, it goes back to every time I look at this watch, it puts a smile on my face. And just going through all this and I know I'm going to have this watch for decades upon decades. And just be able to share that, walking into a room and, it's not about what's on your wrist, but then again, it is a conversation starter. And just the stories that I can go along with that, the stories that will back up that conversation. Oh yeah, I had this, I was swimming in this beautiful alpine lake with this. It's just the stories that go along with these watches. And no other watch brand can say, or is as detailed or well known as Rolex, hands down. And I like those pieces of equipment that you have to care for. You have to take care of it, and you have to baby it a little bit, such as the Rolex camera, all that stuff. But if you take care of this piece, you take care of this tool, it'll reward you 100 times over. And that's what I really, truly love about the Rolex watches. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you saw, we're going to do a lot more of this. So hit subscribe, hit the like button. We're going to be doing a comparison between the Rolex Submariner Date and my Rolex Explorer 2. So that's coming up shortly. Thanks again. Cheers.